Hey everyone, welcome to another installment of Harry Potter Theory. Making this video was actually really fun for me because I never actually considered how many subjects were taught at Hogwarts. When I would think of classes, I would always think of the popular subjects: charms, herbology, flying, defense against the dark arts, things like that. But it never occurred to me how many subjects there actually are. To my surprise, there are a staggering 21 different subjects taught at Hogwarts to students of different years. Some are big and some are small, but in this video I'll be going through them all. Number 1. Astronomy. Astronomy classes take place in the Astronomy Tower. These classes are taught by Professor Aurora Sinistra. Much like in the Muggle world, these astronomy lessons surround the observations of the night sky via telescope. Homework for this class involves learning the names of stars, constellations, and planets, as well as their location, movements, and environments. Number 2. Charms. Charms are spells that add different properties to objects or individuals. These classes are taught by Phileas Flitwick. Charms classes are notoriously noisy and chaotic, and the lessons are very practical. You may remember the "It's Leviosa, not Leviosa" scene between Ron and Hermione, which occurred in Charms class. Number 3. Dark Arts. Not to be confused with Defense Against the Dark Arts, Dark Arts was a rather taboo subject which was mandatory for all students during the 1997 to 1998 school year. It replaced Defense Against the Dark Arts that school year. Amicus Caro was the professor. Number 4. Defense Against the Dark Arts. Defense Against the Dark Arts is a class that teaches students defensive techniques to defend themselves against the dark arts and to protect themselves from dark creatures. The turnover for the professor who teaches this subject is extremely high. No professor of this subject taught it for more than one consecutive school year. Some notable professors of this subject include Snape, Lockhart, and Remus Lupin, among others. Number 5. Flying. The flying class is taught by Rolando Hooch. It is the introduction to the use of broomsticks, and it's only taught to first years. This class definitely does not teach unsupported flight. Number 6. Herbology. Herbology is taught by Pomona Sprout. It is the study of magical plants and how to take care of them. At Hogwarts, there are multiple greenhouses which hold a variety of magical plants. My favorite herbology scene in the film is when they're potting mandrakes. Number 7. History of Magic. The History of Magic class involves the study of magical history. In this class, they study the book A History of Magic, which you may remember is written by Bathilda Bagshot. The professor for this class is Cuthbert Binns. His lessons are described as being immensely boring, involving only lectures, given without pause, about significant events in wizarding history. Cuthbert Binns is actually a ghost. This is because he never noticed that he had died and simply continued teaching as if nothing had changed. Number 8. Potions. Notable professors for this class include Snape and Slughorn. Potions class involves the creation of mixtures, serums, and liquids with magical properties. Potion making is a very methodical process that requires the correct mixing and stirring of ingredients at the right times and temperatures. Number 9. Transfiguration. Transfiguration is a very broad subject taught by Professor Minerva McGonagall, and it involves changing the form or appearance of objects. Dumbledore is an expert in Transfiguration and was the Transfiguration professor for a period. It is a heavily theory-based subject, and it involves switching spells, vanishing spells, conjuring spells, and more. Number 10. Arithmancy. The professor for Arithmancy is Septima Vector. Arithmancy is a branch of magic concerned with the magical properties of numbers. It is Hermione Granger's favorite subject. There is also an advanced version of this class. Number 11. Care of Magical Creatures. Known professors for the care of magical creatures include Wilhelmina Grubbly Plank, Sylvanus Kettleburn, and Hagrid. The name of the class is quite self-explanatory, as the class involves instructing students on how to care for magical beasts. Classes are held outside the castle. Number 12. Divination. Divination is taught by Professor Sybil Trelawney. Divination is essentially the art of predicting the future. There are various ways to achieve this. These methods include, but are not limited to, tea leaves, fire omens, crystal balls, palmistry, cartomancy, astrology, and dream interpretations. Divination receives considerable scrutiny from other professors, and its legitimacy is constantly in question. It is described by Professor McGonagall as one of the most imprecise branches of magic. Number 13. Muggle Studies. Muggle Studies was taught by Charity Burbage, and a different version of it was later taught by Alecto Caro. It involves the study of Muggle culture from a wizarding point of view. This subject can be subcategorized into Muggle art and Muggle music. The intention for this class was to teach witches and wizards about Muggle culture so that they can blend in when they need to. Number 14. Study of Ancient Runes. Study of Ancient Runes is a class taught by Professor Bathsheba Babbling. It is a theoretical subject that involves the studying of ancient runic scripts. Number 15. Alchemy. Alchemy is a sort of composite subject which mixes Transfiguration, potions, and Muggle chemistry. It teaches students about the disciplines of an ancient magic, the study of the 4 basic elements, fire, earth, water, and air, as well as how to manipulate them for the purpose of transmuting substances. Number 16. Ancient Studies. Ancient Studies focuses on ancient magic, including magic from other cultures, such as the spells of the ancient Egyptians. Number 17. Apparition. The professor for Apparition is Wilkie Twycross. Apparition is the magical form of teleportation in the wizarding world. Apparition is dangerous if done improperly, and extreme concentration is required. Insufficient concentration can lead to missing body parts. Number 18. Art. Art at Hogwarts is not quite the same subject as Muggle art, as students should instead be focusing on the magical world for inspiration. In this class, students paint, draw, and create artistic things, while introducing magic in some way. Number 19. Ghoul Studies. Ghoul Studies teaches students about poltergeists, vampires, Vila, and other ghouls, and teaches them how to defend themselves from these creatures. It's taught in the Serpentine Corridor, located in the Hogwarts Turris Magnus. Number 20. Magical Theory. Magical theory covers magic from a purely theoretical standpoint, and includes topics like, how do spells work? The students study the book Magical Theory. This class is seen on Harry Potter's timetable in the film version of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. And lastly, number 21, Xylomancy. Xylomancy involved an often overlooked method of divination involving twigs. This class is also seen on Harry Potter's class timetable in the film version of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. And there you have it, all 21 subjects taught at Hogwarts. If I missed any, which I may have, please flag it with me down below. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. Until next time, you're a wizard, Harry!